Hello everybody, welcome back to Southern Blessed Homestead. I'm Mac and I'm going to be ejecting some turkeys with some Creole butter. Some good stuff here. I'm going to show you how to inject them, or how I do it, and then we're going to bag them up and let them set tonight, and then in the morning we're going to deep fry them, and I'll show you how I do that too without burning the place down. Yeah, I did want to get a close-up shot on the turkey leg because it's pretty cool. I'm hoping it will show up, but when you do the turkey leg, or actually the breast and everything, but you can see that it fills it all up in there, and the leg swells up. So I thought it was pretty cool when it does that. Okay, so we got it bagged. We got both of them bagged. This one, we don't know how much it weighs because it didn't have a pound on it. It didn't have a tag or something, because this is one of the ones that came from my daughter. So we're going to have to put it on the scales and weigh it, and because it's very important, because whatever it weighs, you have to times that times 3, and the 3 stands for 3 minutes. So let's say if it's 20 pounds, you would times that times 3, so it would be 60 minutes, and that's very important because 3 minutes is very accurate. I do 3 minutes all the time, and the turkey comes out perfect. So
you did the math right.
So. And I have to use my calculator because, you know, I ain't very good at math. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to weigh it, find out what it weighs, and we're going to put them back in the cooler, let them set overnight, and they will be ready to deep fry in the morning. So Patty is going to be baking a turkey. We're deep frying 2 turkeys, and Patty's going to bake one, and she's already filling the pan up with some yummy stuff down in there to cook in there, and stuff it with some of that. And there's the turkey. And just because you bake it, you can still inject it. And this is our homemade injection that we got. And
it's not spicy because we have children and elderly who cannot have any spice. So it's got poultry seasoning, some butter, chicken broth, and garlic, and a little bit of salt is basically what the recipe is.
Yep. Yeah.
So you have to keep stirring it because everything with the butter keeps
yeah, so usually when I do it, I help her. I kind of stir, and she gets it. So
Alright, so basically we do the same thing.
Yeah, and then she's just going to do the same thing as that I did. Just do some little squirts all over it. And but she's going to be using our homemade stuff and ejecting it. Then she's going to put it back in this bag, and it'll go in the cooler, and then in the morning it'll go in the oven. We are getting ready to put the oil in the pot and turn it on and get it going, because it takes about 30-40 minutes to heat this oil up, because it's about 4 gallons of oil. Today we're using that turkey frying oil, peanut oil, and actually buying 4 of these 1-gallon jugs was cheaper than buying a 3.5 gallon jug. At least that's what my daughter said. So she bought 4 individuals, and it came out cheaper than it would been if she'd have bought the 3.5 gallon one. And so we're gonna get this filled up and get the propane fired up and get it going and start heating this oil up. And getting ready to fill this up And I gotta make sure that's really dry. It's got some water in there. You want to make sure that there is absolutely no water in there, because you start putting this oil in there and it boiling, and water and boiling oil don't mix. Okay, so I'm getting ready to pour the oil in there. If you've got a little bit of water in there, something like that, you can either dry it out, wipe it out with a paper towel or a towel, or just go ahead and turn it on. And before you put oil in there, kind of let the pan heat up and it'll dry everything out. Then you start putting the oil in there. I'm going to start out with 3 gallons because I know that's a pretty safe level. You don't want to overfill this, and then when you put your turkey in there, it spills over. That would be a disaster. You don't want that to happen. And I've been doing this for 15, 18 years now, so I've done enough 15 to 20 pound turkeys that I know. And you put 3 gallons in there in this pan here, and that's pretty safe. It's probably not going to be quite enough. I'm probably going to be a little short, so I'll just add a little bit more. And then once it gets back to boiling is when I will set my timer. And it's 3 minutes per pound. So if it's a 20 pound turkey, that'd be 60 minutes. So, but I'm gonna get this thing going, get it boiling, and then slowly lower the turkey in there. And I'm gonna show you all of that. And then if I need to add a little bit of oil, I'll add a little bit of oil. And when you do that, it'll cool it down so it'll quit bubbling or boiling. So what I do is I get it boiling again, and then that's when I set my timer. From that time, when it's boiling, when it's in there for however many minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna go over step by step on that. But the biggest thing is lowering the turkey into the oil really, really slowly, and I can't stress that enough. It should take you several minutes to lower that turkey in here. Because as you will see, like some of the drippings that are coming out of the turkey from the injector, that's going to make it splatter and kind of bubble. So and your turkey needs to be dry of any excess water. And but you want to go super slow. I mean, just really, really slow. And you'll be able to tell, because when you're lowering it, you're going to see the oil coming up. So if it starts coming up where it looks like it's going to go over the side, just pull the turkey back out a little bit and it'll go back down. So that's why it's really important. And the turkey has got to be totally thawed, because if there's a frozen spot in that turkey and you drop it in that oil, it could or will explode. So your turkey has got to be totally thawed out and totally dry. But like I said, some of the injector butter stuff and whatever might drip out of the turkey when you're lowering it, and that's no big deal. It's not going to be enough to cause a lot of problems or anything. So, but I'll try to set the camera up a little higher and closer so it can see down in there, so you can see what I'm talking about when I'm lowering the turkey in there. And the oil starts bubbling up and rising. So you also want to make sure you got a really good mitten, pretty high mitten that comes up when you are lowering that in there. So a good glove, good mitten. All right, let's get this thing fired up. I'll crank it up pretty high, but it's going to take a while for this oil to get going. So, because this will take a while, I'm going to get the timer and time it, and I'll let you know how long it takes for it to heat up and boil. Okay, so I got the turkey sitting on my rack. And it's got a rod that goes up through here, and that's how I'm hooking it right there. And I'm fixing to lower it in there. And it doesn't have to come all the way to a boil. You want it up to a little over 400 degrees temperature. If you get over that, you start getting in the red. So, but you want to cook it at 350 degrees. So I'm fixing to lower this in here, and like I said, very important to go very, very slow. The sound of the oil when it starts calming down, and then when I drop it in there a little bit more, it's going to get real loud. Alright, so now I need to turn this heat down a little bit. So I can get it down to 350. Yeah, it took about 20-25 minutes to get that oil up to 400 degrees. And now I'm getting ready to set my timer. So it'll be 57 minutes for a 19-pound turkey. So it's real important to get that temperature at 350. But everything's looking good and everything's going great. And we just sit and wait and watch our temperature gauge. It's still got it a little hot. go. Get this turkey out. Woo, look at that. Good stuff right there. Let it dribble and drain good. Go ahead and shut that propane off. Let it drip pretty good, get all that. All right. So when I bought this, I think I got this from Fred's a long time ago. It wasn't a expensive setup. I got it like $50 for the base, the pot, woo, and this turkey, it goes up in the center of the turkey so you can hold it, and then the hose, it was like $50. So it wasn't expensive, and like I said, I've been doing this about 15, 18 years, I don't know. But the main thing, I can't stress this enough, is to slowly lower the turkey into the oil. And you can tell, because if you're going too fast, it's going to really bubble, and you don't want that to overflow, because if that oil hits that fire, you're in big trouble, because it can be dangerous. But if you're careful, I've never had an accident or anything, so you know, don't be afraid to try it. It's good stuff. So if you got any questions or anything, leave them in the comments, and I appreciate you watching, and I hope this video was helpful and you enjoyed it. And if you're not a subscriber, hey, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It don't cost anything, it's free. And like I said, if you got any questions, just let me know and I'll be happy to answer them. And I hope y'all have a southern blessed day.